I don't know if you've heard, but we're influencers.
Yeah, those geniuses over at Hasbro, our favorite company.
Yeah.
They
when we speak, they listen.
They saw our 150 views podcast where some fat guys in the basement talk about Baldur's Gate, and they said, "That's it, then. The time is now." And the
iron is hot.
Yeah. The people have spoken.
Yeah. They're like, you see, they're booming. They added like a new subscriber the last 2 weeks. One whole guy. That translates to like 500,000 sales, right?
Everyone knows.
Everyone knows.
Yeah.
When the Scryer's room speaks, the wizards listen.
Yes.
Oh yeah. We got 150 casual viewers. We got 150,000 lurkers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To say nothing of the billions of people who don't even realize that this is the origin of all their best ideas and jokes.
Yeah, we come up with all of them actually.
All of them, right? We actually were a major influence on The Simpsons as well.
A lot of people don't know about it.
People don't know about it.
Yeah.
A whopping 5 years before my birth, we were influencing that show. They were nothing without
Matt Groening actually lived in my basement.
Yeah.
In the 70s, before I was alive, before my parents knew each other.
Just focusing in on the well of power. And now there's rumors that there's going to be remakes for Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's confirmed or just rumors, but it makes sense for me. I guess the question is, will they because that seems kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Oh, they already kind of were remakes. There was
I was going to say the enhanced editions.
The enhanced editions,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and people have whatever issues they have with that or whatever. It runs fine on modern PCs. But that's already kind of a remake.
But it's not 5th edition.
Right, that's what I was going to say. On one hand, here you go, kids. Here's 2nd edition D&D. Don't you like this?
No.
Probably not it. On the other, making that 5th edition, how do you do, that'll be weird.
That's going to be an endeavor, yeah.
So much of Baldur's Gate, especially in, the second game in the expansion pack, is, Wizard, is the Overlord buffing scene. And the 5th edition doesn't allow for the Overlord buffing scene.
Yeah, it's kind of wimpy.
In fact, I don't think that there's any, real buffs that don't just give you, a D4 or something.
Well, in concentration, you can't.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't have more than one.
Yeah,
and that's at that point you're basically redoing all the encounters from the ground up.
Yeah,
that's basically making a new game.
I think the safe thing to do here is to say that yes, I'm confirming that definitely those are being made, and they're doing it that way, the best and cool way, and I'm going to put my name and reputation on it. Luckily, no one knows who I am, and I have no reputation.
This is good.
I've been doing a thing recently where I try to think of a funny thing every day, and they're not very good, but I can't stop doing it because it's a lot of fun. And one thing that I've been doing is the Little Ketchup Chef.
The Little Ketchup Chef?
The Little Ketchup Chef. And the Little Ketchup Chef is where I sing in a horrible Italian accent, like I'm, I guess, in the canals of Venice, just like the poor little ketchup chef. Anyway, the poor little ketchup chef, you see, he's very, very small, and because of that, he's not very good in the kitchen. But cooking is all that he loves. But he is such an inconvenience to have in the kitchen that they don't let him cook anything besides the big pot of ketchup.
This is so fucking stupid.
You already have too much lore for this fucking little ketchup.
It's not over, so keep listening.
It should be. It should already be
because
over.
At this point, he keeps singing about, they don't even let a ketchup in the restaurant. It's a fancy place. And then they all yell at him for calling it fancy because it's just a regular restaurant to them. And they don't let you put ketchup on your things. You're being given like an Italian dinner. And the rest of the song is about him going to America and opening a hot dog stand. And
where he can sell his ketchup.
Where he can sell his ketchup.
The American dream.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
So presumably this took place 150 years ago?
You know, in New York, the license to have a hot dog cart is in the hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
For a new taxi to get a new fucking number and operating license, the medallion for it they call it, you have to
They still do that?
They don't make it. There's no new taxis. You have to buy one from a taxi that is being retired, and they get auctioned off for millions of dollars.
It's like a fairly anime thing. It's like you have to this physical token.
Yeah.
Is like you had like there's only so many.
Otherwise,
you have to defeat the other taxi in taxi combat.
You have to duel to get your taxi.
You have to beat all 7 taxi drivers.
or they send Jason Statham to kill you.
Yeah.
The transporter. That's fucking wild, man. I mean, I understand, like, regulating things to make sure there isn't an oversaturation, but, like, that's just fucking wild.
I mean, that really goes to show how many fucking taxis there are in, like, New York.
Yeah.
Where you're willing to fork over $1 million and presumably a horribly leveraged, like, loan. And you're like, no, I'll make the money back. This is the Big Apple, baby. You get a yellow car and start getting people in the back of it. You're living high like the little ketchup chef after he's happy ending.
Dude, no wonder taxi fares are so fucking expensive compared to, like, Ubers.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, twice as much.
Yeah.
And I always wondered, like, why taxis are so much more expensive, because they got to pay for this fucking medallion.
Yeah, they got to pay back their taxi debt.
That's fucking wild, dude.
And on top of that, that's not even, like, a part of, like, if you, like, work for this a taxi service, that's one thing. But, like, you still have to, like, own a car.
Yeah, you have to pay maintenance. You have to feed your family. Like, it's fucking wild.
You have to try to drive home in your taxi cab, and you're just like, people keep trying to get in at every stoplight, and you're like, I'm just trying to go home.
I haven't been home in days. People keep getting in.
Yeah. The streets are my home.
Yesterday, I was next door to my house.
And with that, welcome back to Scryer's Room. I am your host, Famfare.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob. Thanks for having me. It's hot as fuck in this room, fellas.
It's a hot one in Rob's House Studios.
It really is.
It do be.
And if you enjoy the nature of this content, go and give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. You can go and give me a follow on Blue Sky. And you can support us on our Patreon. And today, we're going to have Rob and Mario regale us a little bit about the older editions of Dungeons and Dragons.
A little bit. How foolish you are.
What we mean by that,
sweet
there's
summer
more episodes.
I remember when I was in high school, because I got poor grades, I was sent to a Catholic school as punishment, where my parents thought they would, like, watch me more closely and make sure I straightened up and flew right. They didn't. I didn't.
Yeah.
But I remember I was walking back up from football practice one day, and, just, like, suffering fat as hell, walking back up. It was such a steep hill to get back from football practice, man. God, I hated that part so much.
It really wasn't that long. But, like, I mean, it was... There wasn't... you had to go down, like, some concrete stairs and shit, and then it was, like, on the side of the school.
It always felt so weird.
Field. Yeah. Cleats on concrete are just...
Yeah, it didn't feel good. Anyway... I remember I was walking back fatly from football practice one day, and I hear Mario and our other friend from high school, Pete, talking about either shades or wraiths or something like that, like the rules. And I watched ghasts, maybe? I don't know. It was a word that's like, this is a D&D word. And so I ran up to you guys, somehow found the energy for that, and I butted in on your conversation. I was like, y'all are talking about D&D over here. What's up? I like D&D.
Which... at the time, wasn't cool. So
no, it only very recently became a thing that wouldn't get rocks thrown at you.
Yeah,
this
100%,
is like
dude.
2009.
Yeah,
and me and Pete were real cagey about it. Usually,
right? This could be a trap.
But then Rob comes like, sidling up, real like enthusiastic. Like, you guys talking about D&D? And it's just like you do look around and it's like,
make sure it's not
what do you know about it? Like,
you're not about to get swirlied.
No one could swirly us. Like, that was,
we were like both top 10 for height and weight.
Like, no, especially me and Pete. Like, Pete wasn't like as strong as I was, but Pete was always like a big guy, and so it was just like between me and Pete, like 500 pounds of just teenager, just like. Okay. So the joke between us was like we would talk about D&D and stuff, and if someone, not Rob, or Rob adjacent, came up to us and was just like, "What are you guys talking about?" And we'd be like, "Shut up! It's a video game. Fuck you. Go away. You weren't part of this conversation. Get out of here." And then it'd just be like, "They're gone." All right. Anyway,
So you see, in Dragon Magazine.
Some months pass, and then Mario and I spend the next 18 to 24 months driving around in my car, talking about D&D, looking for places to smoke weed.
Yeah, but
that's a good way to spend your teenage years.
The other half of it was that, like, had anyone had the balls to come up to me and Pete and be like, "You guys play D&D? That's fucking lame as shit." It's just like, no, we'll swirly you, bitch. Like, you can't step to us. Like, we're two of the biggest dudes in this fucking small-ass private Catholic school. Like, get out of here.
And it's a private Catholic school. We'll tell somebody that we did this, and then they'll say, we're forgiven.
Can you imagine?
We just have to eat crackers and say Hail Marys.
Can you imagine some guy trying to look cool in front of the D&D nerds, and he's like, "Hey, I play Dungeons and Dragons. Do you know a lot about 3rd edition?" And then you're like, "This guy doesn't even know about THAC0!" And you give him a swirly.
The Chad D&D nerds who are mean to the smaller nerds.
Well, okay, so, like, I guess it kind of fits. So, like, one of the things, we were walking out to practice one time, football practice, me and Pete, and he would just ask me random things about D&D, because, you know, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
And he proposed the concept to me. He was just like, "What do you think about the idea of an illithid paladin?" And I was like, "Pete, what do you mean?" Like,
yeah.
And it became like a philosophical debate, like, as we were walking to football practice, of just like, no, an illithid can't be a paladin for X, Y, and Z. And he was just like, "But wouldn't it be really funny?" And I was just like, "Well, yes, but it doesn't make any fucking sense."
Well, let me throw an idea at you. Could there be a paladin who is working for the illithids with the goal of getting his brain eaten by a tadpole and becoming one?
Technically, yes.
That
They do have a patron deity, Illicens, who adopted them. That's not actually, like, he didn't create them or anything. It was just some random creepy tentacle god was like, "I fuck with these
are
guys.
my kind of guys."
Yeah, and then but it's like a
god just being like, "These look like they were made in my image," and the other gods are like, "Did you make them?" "Well, no, but I think I'll take them."
Yeah, it's like,
"You're my sons now."
He's like, I fuck with you guys, yeah. And it's most mind flayers or illithid don't actually worship him. It's like up 50-50. It's just like, well, do they worship him, or do they worship the Elder Brain like all the rest of it? Whatever. Yeah. You choose. Mm-hmm. But he's here.
And he's chill enough to let you be tentacly agnostic.
Yeah.
Where it's like, "You don't have to worship me, but I really like you guys, and it would be cool if you really liked me. We're all space squids out here." I imagine he's a squid.
Space squids roll deep.
Yeah. And unsurprisingly, that god is from 3.5.
Of course he is.
So, yeah, come to find out, you know, Mario and I took similar paths to get to, like, an old person was like, "Hey, check out this cool dice game. You like nerd stuff. You like this. You know how to do math. You'd like this." I think I mentioned on the Baldur's Gate episode, I watched my dad play Baldur's Gate on the PC, and that's how I was like, "What is this?" And he explained, like, "Oh, it's this D&D game," and that was the end of that. And my cousin was into it as well, and he was always showing me stuff. And then, like, you know, there was, back in the day, like, we were kids. I didn't know anyone that had hard copy books. I'd never seen, like, a 3rd edition or 3.5 book outside of a store. Yeah. It was the PDFs on the USB.
Yeah. Well, okay, so
the sacred texts.
Me and a couple buddies had a different thing where it's like, we actually bought the books. We knew what we were doing because we were, like, 10. And it's like, this is complicated. Mm-hmm. But these pictures are sick. And we tried to play D&D basically until my one friend, his mom started dating a guy who's just a big fucking nerd. And he was just like, "Oh, you guys like D&D?
Nerds make boss stuff."
I play D&D. I've played D&D since I was like 12. From the before times. And we're like, "That's sick. Teach us."
Could you teach us? Because frankly, our understanding has a lot of holes in it.
And that was
mostly it's about how sick this one guy is.
Yeah, that was like my first, like proper DM was that guy, and he was pretty good at it.
Yeah, step.
And from there, it's just sort of like 3.5 was unique, I guess, in that there's just so much of it.
Yeah.
That, like, it was only when we got into high school, basically, like, and a little bit after that, where there was just like 4th edition. Crazy, right? It's going to be so cool. And then...
Fourth, that was a...
Everyone
World of Warcraft!
fucking hated it, because it's garbage.
It was terrible.
Have I told the story on the podcast of how we started playing D&D?
You've dabbled upon it, but you go ahead and give another shot.
All right, so there's a television show that's incredible called Community. And then, enough of our friend group saw the D&D episode and agreed...
Which they pull from all streaming services because
he does black.
He does drow face.
He does drow.
I was going to say, you might as well just call it the Drow episode.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
Anyway,
That's a funny joke.
it reached critical mass within the group that D&D was like an acceptable thing to partake in, which is good because it had been bubbling under the surface of several of us for years. Unfortunately, it was before it was acceptable. You would still get rocks thrown at you, you see.
Yeah.
So, at the time, I was working on my first novel that I wrote. And I was very, like, publicly, like, I'm a writer! And so it was decided, without my consent, but it would have come anyway, hey, Kevin, you're going to DM this game for us. And they gave me the 4th edition rulebook. And then that night, we were playing the next night, we were playing our first session. And that was also when I actually started hanging out with 2 of our consistent friends. But it doesn't matter. I started DMing 4th edition. And I learned some of it. I didn't learn it well because I didn't have much time and I don't read very good. I'm quite foolish. I never really learned how to play it. But we got by. We had fun.
But that's okay because neither did they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter anyway because a couple of months in, around the time where I was thinking, I got the hang of this. I think I know what I'm doing a little bit. I didn't, but I thought I did, and that didn't matter because I came back and they're like, so, 5th edition came out, Nick took the books to Second and Charles,
yeah.
sold them, here's the 5th edition book, see you on Friday. And I'm like...
Yeah, we really did that.
I can't even reference them, you sold them, and yeah, so we could get the new ones right away.
Because 4th Ed was so bad. It was
really
like...
was.
We didn't know how to play 4th Ed! We don't know if it was bad!
Because, like, the way the classes progressed and, like...
I've never played 4th Ed.
Everything was so cookie cutter.
I can tell you. It's bad. I read the rules. I did. Don't think I didn't.
It's not...
And that's when I was like,
Yeah.
oh... This is dumb. I don't care for this at all.
So my first 3.5 campaign I played in with a buddy from college when I was back at Nova. He invited me over to his house, and I explained to them, "Oh yeah, I was playing 4th Ed with my buddies, but I don't really like it too much." And he put it so elegantly: 4th edition is for the WoW players of D&D. They tried to turn it into like a video game, and that's not what Dungeons and Dragons is. So it failed as an edition, and that's why 5th Ed came out so quickly. Mm-hmm. They didn't even try to like fucking pad 4th Ed really. Like, I mean, they put out a few supplements, but like it went as quickly as it came. And 5th Ed's approaching 3.5 at this point with all the supplements.
They have a 5.5 basically.
Yeah, 24,
yeah.
So it's gotten quite wide.
Carry on. I'm here for it. Like 5th Ed at least is pretty good, and then 5.5 they changed some stuff up, and also I'm still here for it. Like,
I like a lot of the way the classes changed in 5.5, and I like Warlock specifically has a lot of options that I wish were in the original 5th Ed, like Pact of the Blade is actually like practical now in 5.5. You roll off your charisma instead of just having to be a hexblade. You shouldn't have to be a hexblade to be able to do that. Like Blade Pact is basically useless because having to like stack multiple stats like that on a character is just making the character suboptimal.
Yeah, and it's not.
It's on non-start, especially
if you need 3 stats. Forget about it. It's
like the only class you can kind of get away with that is Blade Singer. And even then, like, you should still just only have intellect and like dex.
Even needing 2 stats is like, ugh.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna like take some L's elsewhere. So like,
well, I mean, mainly because in 5e, it's like you're attributes are expected to be a lot lower
Yeah.
than they could get in some other editions.
Yeah, no, that's true.
3.5, it's like you'd come across some stuff at higher levels, and it should be like, oh, this monster has like 40 in strength. Mm-hmm. And so it's adding a plus 20 to its attack roll in addition to what it's already rolled. Like, what do you mean?
I would say that's the biggest and most immediate difference is the older ones, the numbers are higher. Even at the same levels, the numbers just go so much higher. You have to do so much more like addition and multiplication of numbers.
Especially in 3.5, it was fucking nuts. Because it was... Okay, so, alright. 5e, right?
Yeah.
Characters, classes that are attackers, air quotes, right? Mm-hmm. They unlock second attack. Oh, wow. You get to attack twice. Wow. That's a lot.
It's important to have that level
was
3 to 5.
That was considered the bare minimum in 3.5. That was called a what is it? The
base attack bonus fighter.
But the least what was it was full, half, and low or
quarter.
Whatever the shitty one was like wizard or what
the lowest
spellcasters.
Yeah,
which at most they could attack twice.
Gandalf got good enough he can spin the staff
when you're like 20th level.
Oh,
fighters or full AB attack bonus. Full AB characters. When you hit full AB, your full attack bonus, you get 4 attacks.
Oh, wow.
There is.
That was just standard.
That's pretty wild.
And then a mid, you get 3, and that's like a cleric.
Because in 5th Ed, Paladin doesn't even get fucking 3. They get 2. They get stuck at 2.
No, everyone maxes out at 2, and it's like, oh wow, isn't it crazy? You get to attack twice, but then
Fighter gets 3 in 5th Ed.
Do they?
Fighter does. Fighter does get
yeah.
Oh, okay.
At like 14 or 15. Yeah.
But it was like in 3.
I think 5 goes to 4 at 20. Or even 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't play fighters.
Well, in 3.5, it was
20.
You were just you just dealt with that constantly, where it was just, well, I'm going to do my 4 attacks.
Yeah.
And so that took a minute. And then you're also rolling these crazy fucking numbers because your attack bonus, if you have a full
right, you have a
bonus,
plus 30 to strength.
It's plus your equal to your level.
Oh. So you're level 20, it's plus 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
Makes sense.
20th level fighter, I get 4 attacks. I get like plus 20 on my first roll. You get like less bonuses on
returns.
But it's like plus 15, then plus 10 on the other ones. And it's just like, well, my AC is 30. Maybe. That's pretty fucking high. Like AC 30. And then, but it's just, that's like, in the older edition, those numbers were just like, smoke. Like dust in the air. It's like
that was nothing. That wasn't even like a big part of it.
It's sick to have that huge number on your page, but then at the end of the day, it's just like, what does that fucking matter? This Umber Hulk is gonna attack me with its plus 25 to hit.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, your AC 25 means nothing. Like, this thing rolls a 2 and hits you.
Your job is to stand in the way of those 2 rolls and whatnot.
Yeah, and then it has like
can atomize it.
It has like a plus 20 to damage on each of its punches or whatever the fuck it's doing, and it's just insane. Like the numbers are just ridiculous.
And it was just like a clunkier combat system. Like in 5th edition, if you wanted to, you could walk up to a guy and hit him and walk away from that guy.
Yeah.
And in 3.5. Oh, slow down there, pal. That's like that's a whole chain of feats.
That's a feat tree.
You're going to need at least 5 feats to make that one.
Let me pause both of you for a moment to just inform the public about what happens at our D&D table. Every time somebody is reminded that once they make an attack, they can finish off their movement, that sentence comes out of both of their mouths at the same time, like you pulled the string on their back.
Back in my day.
They speak over each other. They're not really conversing with anybody. It just automatically comes out of them.
Stimulus response.
Yeah, exactly. Like a tardigrade or a bivalve.
Yeah.
Okay, I was conditioned from a very young age that if you attack and move, That's it.
Yeah.
You get the one attack. You can do that, and then you can move, and that's it. Yep. Or if you have you can do like other secondary actions, but by and large, oh no, you want to move? You get one attack. You want all 4 of your attacks that you have by rights because of your class or whatever,
your levels and whatnot. Yeah,
you have to take a full. What is it?
Full round action.
Full round action. Yeah, full round combat action. This is the only thing I'm doing.
I'm fighting this.
I'm just swinging.
Yeah.
If you're not going to do that, you need the feats. Mm-hmm. You need to have a rapid. What is it? Quick attack, lightning attack. One of those. They're probably all. It was like a 3 feet tree.
Yeah, Tony, I need you to confirm for me that all of this is covered every week.
Yeah, basically.
They've heard this 100 times.
Damn near.
They've heard this 100 times.
But, okay, well, guys, listeners, people not in this room, okay, if you the thing was with that, why you'd want to invest maybe up to 3 feats into doing that is because if you're a rogue, right? Yeah. Because back in the... Oh, my God, rogues were fucking disgusting. Like, back in 3.5. So it's... Now in 5th Ed, it makes sense, and it's balanced, but it was just like, once a turn, you can sneak attack a guy. In 3.5, it was just, are you flanking them? Have you surprised them? You're stabbing them in the back. Get all your sneak attack damage.
Yeah.
Every time.
Oh. You can only cash in your sneak attack once per turn and 5
You could just be behind a dude, shanking him in the back, and you're getting like your ridiculous like 8d6 extra sneak attack damage on every hit, and it's disgusting. It's like what? And if you take that feat tree, you run in there, and then you run away. And then if there's another guy nearby, you could stab him real quick, run away. And then if you still got movement left, and if you had, I think it was Rapid Blitz was the last one, you can get another one in. And so if you don't have that, your only option is, well, I'm going to go up behind them and shank them in the back and do ridiculous amounts of damage, which is valid. Yeah. Okay, but what if you could just run up, shank them in the back, and then run away? And maybe shanks 2 other people in the back, and that's what you get if you invest 3 feats.
One of my favorite characters I've ever played was Morgani, the rogue. Because I got a...
Rogue is good in 5th edition. It's nice.
He's really... It was a lot of fun, and I got a microcosm of all of that, as well as all this information as well. But I got a microcosm of that because Brody let me have the frying pan count as just a short sword that does bludgeoning damage. And so I would just sneak up behind people and whack them with my frying pan. And it was good that he did not let me just move between people to keep just getting sneak attack damage. I was already a goddamn menace.
So
I would have been so irresponsible with that.
What another thing 5th Ed does is really restrict how much like magic items you get.
Oh, yes. Early on. These rules, you can only do this once per turn, are in place because of what Mario and I are talking about.
Yeah.
They knew about that.
But like magic items too, you know, like they make a big difference. Which in 3.5 is you needed those.
Yeah.
It was just like basic kit. Like I need all that shit. Like I need a ring of protection, amulet of natural armor,
cloak of displacement.
Cloak of resistance. I mean that one's good too. But
that one's for
cloak of resistance is the basics. Just gives you extra on your saving rolls. Ring of Featherfall, basic shit, and then you'd flavor it from there based on what you were.
Yeah.
You needed that shit, and then where it's 5e, it's more of just take it or leave it.
Yeah. You only get 3 magic items. You better pick good ones.
But where it got disgusting, like what I was just saying with rogues. Okay, so for example, there's certain properties you could put on your weapons.
Yeah.
That were fairly cheap. So like a +2, I think, only costs like 2,000, like 5,000 gold or something. Pretty cheap in 3.5 GP.
By the time you're using +2 weapons, that's an achievable amount of money.
Yeah, but so the +2 just counts to a charge a weapon can have. They can have up to 10.
Oh.
Which the actual like +1, +2, that's just a flat bonus to your attack roll and your damage. You can have up to 5 of those, but you can put up to 10 charges worth of magic shit on your weapon.
So you could have...
Which changed based on what the enchantment was.
2 + 5s on one weapon, basically.
Yeah.
So, one of my favorites, as a rogue, which just wasn't... If it wasn't an undead, like, you're gonna die, I'm gonna kill you, was a wounding weapon. Wounding was a +2 charge, if I'm remembering correctly, and on every hit, what does a wounding weapon do? Take a guess.
Leaves a wound, does damage. Stacking damage.
Prevents healing.
Yeah, but I would think prevents healing or has a lower crit chance.
Constitution damage.
Ooh. Oh.
That's brutal.
Every hit, you damage their constitution. In addition to... Oh, by the way, I'm also shanking you with my, like, plus 10d6 sneak attack damage. And also, you just lost...
Your health is just permanent.
Your health pool just dropped in addition to the damage you just took. Also, I'm going to stab you again.
Yeah.
And, like, a wounding weapon, as long as it wasn't an undead or anything that was immune to, like, attribute damage, like, a rogue gets a full round of attacks off and is like, it's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do against that?
I've halved your total HP, and the remaining half is is now on the floor because I opened up your organs.
You talked about the basics earlier, the items you need, your resistances, like that's... Yes, the resistances, especially in the older editions, the spells are just like, save this so you lose. You might not be dead, but you're out. Dude, save this or you no longer meaningfully participate in this fight. There isn't take the help action to get your friend out. No, that wasn't the thing. You couldn't do that. So you didn't have that power.
So...
Can you dispel magic? No? Okay, well, that guy's feared. He's going to stay feared. You're not playing this encounter.
Yeah. You can sit there with your dick in your hand.
Or if they hit you with, like, confusion.
Yeah.
Well, you're running away now.
Yeah. You're out of this one.
Oh, well, you don't have...
You can get up and smoke a cigarette, and we'll get you in an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, man. My favorite of that, though, probably... God, just... I feel like they tried to phase it out, but failed in 3.5, you know? But you have spells where it's just like, well, save or you're dead.
Yeah, save or die, dude. Like, there are so many feel bad mechanics. So many. It's then negative energy, like negative levels.
Yeah, negative levels.
That's only bad if you're not, if you're the one getting hit by it. Other than that, it's fucking awesome.
When you have it,
negative levels are the best.
It's the fairest.
Innervation is the best spell. I maintain that for fucking years.
There's a comic, Giant in the Playground, and I haven't really read it, but there was one of the chapters was posted on the Interbutts one time when I watched it, and it's basically there's like this like sorcerer like lich looking guy, and he's fighting like whatever big dick wizard, like big old man, like I'm the pinnacle of wizardry, and they're fighting, and he's going on this whole screed about like, yeah, it's cool that you guys are wizards and sages, and it's cool that you learned all this stuff, and it's cool that you have all these tricks. But you know what I learned in all my time adventuring? The only thing that matters is raw force. The only thing that matters is overwhelming power. It doesn't matter like if you have these tactical brilliance or these convoluted schemes because of energy drain, and he just keeps doing energy drain like every like few seconds.
Oh, you can't cast those high-level spells anymore.
And then the guy stops flying, he falls to the ground, and he's like, yeah, look at that, you're on the ground, energy drain. And he just keeps doing it, and then the guy's just dead, and he soul traps him. And ever since then, I was like, yeah, like, that's... Negative levels and, like any sort of debuffs like that is, like, one of the strongest things you can do in that edition.
Well, also, because, specifically, those spells, Enervation and Energy Drain, which is just 9th level Enervation, basically... You get to do Enervation, but like 4 times at once. And but the best part is that those are just like, we'll make a Fortitude save. Did you make it? Well, you're 4 levels less now.
So I didn't.
That's so brutal.
It's like what?
Old D&D, baby.
I didn't think about this until just now. I read the Giant in the Playground comic for a little while. And then I stopped, and it's been a lot of years since then, so it's probably well over. But a portion of the comic is dedicated to, like, we're switching from, like, 3.5 to 5e rule set for the comic.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
And, like, they change a bunch of the characters', like, outfits and, like, some of the style of the comic.
That's fun.
So I get... That's, like, part of the beginning when I believe the final boss evil lich is taking out like the last defenders of the realm, and then now our heroes need to go on their little quest. So I guess like it's like a necessity in that storyline that they changed like rule sets partway through, because there's no not in 5.0.
No, there's no negative levels. Yeah, there's none of that.
Which I still, it's a thing that you see here and there online, and I absolutely love it. And Tony obviously absolutely loves it because it's a thing in his thing. You got to give the super ancient wizards and liches and stuff. They have access to the old rules.
Yeah, that's. I'm working on a piece of fiction. I've talked about it a few times in the podcast, but yeah, it's based around like 5th ed mechanics as far as like wizardry goes.
Yeah,
and all of the super Illuminati wizards all have 3.5 magic.
Yeah,
because they're better than everybody else.
So the name of the game in the old game is. You can fuck with actions much harder. What's the critter with the 6 arms? The 6-armed spellcaster? It's like a sphinx?
No, Spellweaver.
I was about to be a real piece of shit and be like, you're thinking of spiders.
That's a really specific... I'm assuming the one with the necklace that gives it extra... Okay, yeah. So that's a Spellweaver, which is a specific kind of aberration that, as far as I know, only appears in 3.5.
Mm-hmm. And you, it's one of your shape change targets because it lets you do 3 spells instead of 1 spell.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You so at the end of the last campaign that I ran, for the final like gauntlet of boss fights, just because it was like the game's ending, I just want to let you guys like really play with your toolkits. I let everybody basically level up to 20 just for the last 2 or 3 fights, and Rob immediately was like, "Okay, well, I'm shape changing all of you because I'm a wizard, so you're getting What did you turn Will into?
Planetar. I
turn him into
one of the that's the meta, and such as there is.
It's basically an angel.
If you go online, like a big one of the angry sword ones. If you go online,
it's like Dr. Manhattan if he was like white and then had like a big sword and angel wings, and that's pretty much a planetar.
Dr. Manhattan who can't stop thinking about the Holy Roman Empire.
If you go online, you can find some write-up some guy did that's like his shape change guidebook. There's like this long screed about how optimally to use it, and it's one of the things that you always say, Tony, about how being a wizard requires you to actually be a wizard. Where like to play wizard optimally, you have to know the entire monster manual.
That is my favorite meta thing about Dungeons and Dragons, which has become less true over the years, technically. And
they simplify it. Yeah.
As they simplify, this has become less true. But one of the gatekeeping aspects of being a wizard is you actually have to have a high intellect to play the class appropriately, because you actually have to think about what you're doing. Like a fighter is literally the most brute force, like Unga Bunga, I'm gonna smash. Barbarian more so. Rogue, you don't have a lot of like subtlety with there. I mean, besides like the class being sneaky, But I'm saying as far as like the core,
you stab people.
The core gameplay loop of every class besides wizard is extremely basic. Even sorcerer has so many limited spells.
It's vibes
that you just kind of make a combo system going on, or you're going off of vibes. Whereas wizard is like, I'm going to prepare these specific spells from this specific combo.
Was one of the things Tony recognized about me. And respected immediately, because when he was trying to DM a 3.5 campaign, and did,
we just fucked it up
good.
for
him. We went off the rails as we always do.
We showed him why we don't play 3.5.
I showed up with my literal spell book because I had handwritten all the spells I had taken,
his personal stratagems,
and then I was like, "Oh, hey Tony, check this out," and then I just opened up, and he's like, "You're an actual wizard."
I was flummoxed. I was like, "No way!"
You actually had a spell book,
and it was so cool because
full of spells. Not even like shit about how to brew tea and like have lesbian sex with witches on the full moon.
I was so impressed with Lictor Blackwolf that I put him in my book. That is how
he's the coolest.
He was the coolest.
Just flying around shooting eye lasers.
It's so good. He had the Omega beams from fucking Doomsday or Darkseid, right?
Yeah. It's funny if you look up like the power builds like online, like people like to do tier rankings and stuff like that for 3.5. One of the best things you can be just wizard, just wizard, or just cleric, just wizard or just cleric.
You don't even have to do anything fancy either.
Yeah,
it's just by being a wizard or a cleric. if you...
I think it's a 2 feet tree to make Cleric a completely invulnerable thing that can't lose anymore.
If you pick...
I mean, you were a always giant flying ball of darkness.
So if you pick...
Just picking up dudes like you're fucking King Kong.
Right? Good feats. And then you pick the good spells, because there are bad spells. Like you can be a wizard and be a shit wizard.
Yeah.
Like, if you pick all the worst spells... that was actually one of the things of running a wizard that's less... It's still kind of there, but it's less of a thing.
Things are more balanced now, I'd say, and the way the way spells scale also makes it kind of like spells scale the way they do.
Because prepared spells are totally different now.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh, you can have this prepared, and then like you have the option to cast that or whatever. Whereas, 3.5 was... You prepared that. That's what you can cast.
And so you have...
That's it. If you didn't prepare it as a wizard, you don't get to use that spell.
It's not ready,
yeah. How it is now is like you have 3 third-level spell slots, and Fly and Haste and Fireball. You could do 1 of each. You could do 3 Fireballs. You could do a Haste and a Fireball.
Right.
Or 2 Fireballs and a Haste. And the old version, you had a level 3 Fireball memorized. You had a level 3 Fireball memorized. Level 3 Haste memorized. And that's...
Yeah, they were literally slotted in.
Yeah.
Like, they're like bullets. Their spells are like bullets. You had to load each spell individually.
Your spells are like bullets. They pass right through.
It was literally like, oh, you didn't prepare the right spells for this. Well, get fucked. Sorry. Like, you should have thought better.
Yeah, should have thought ahead. Now you're fighting a storm giant, and all you have is lightning bolt because you thought that you would be fighting a bunch of dudes in a hallway. Wrong.
And they had like, there was stuff to take advantage of that. Like a spell that I remember I used in one game was, I was told we were going to be going to the jungle, so I looked up spells, and I found a spell called Jungle Razor, which just is just like deforests in like a wide swath. It just Agent Orange defoliates the whole thing in a big line.
No, okay, so that's another thing.
Very unpopular with druid circles.
So 3.5 had so many spells.
Jungle Razor is so intense.
Yeah, to give you an idea, Jungle Razor... I'm not familiar with that one, but do I doubt that exists? No, not at all. Because other spells were like, oh, here's the fucking ice expansion supplement where you go to the tundra or whatever. What's a 9th level spell from this? Iceberg. Guess what Iceberg does?
Makes an iceberg?
Yep. What does it do? What happens after, though?
You throw it at him?
No. Almost.
It depends on where you cast it.
Where do you make the iceberg?
Over the guy's heads.
Yeah, right above him. Yeah. And then you drop an iceberg on him.
Yeah.
Brutal.
It's a 9th level spell. You just
Yep, Jungle Razor, it's right here. A necromancy spell. Invisible destructive energy springs silently forth from you, instantly destroying all natural plant life in the area and leaving a path of ash in its wake.
You want to know one of my favorites?
Material component, a pinch of ash from a burnt plant.
Look up Grim Revenge.
Grim Revenge.
Is this the one where your hand rips off? Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Evil Dead them.
It's so good. It's from the Book of Vile Darkness, that 3.0. Not even 3.5, 3.0.
I love the book.
It attacks as if it were a white. That's really good.
Yep.
I love...
For 4th level, that's really good.
And it's tiny sized.
So is it your hand that rips off?
No,
put it on
their hand.
Rip their hand off.
Tiny size plus 4 bonus to AC.
Yep.
Dude, that's brutal.
Read the description.
I love the Book of Vile Darkness because they basically say in the prelude, this is meant for your bad guys. Don't let your players do this. But of course you're going to let your players do this.
Halfway through the book, there's a fucking
This is for your enemies. Or your players. I'm a book, not a cop.
There's like a 2-page spread picture in that book of like what appears to be a dwarf like impaling an angel.
It's so edgy.
With like like just a big ass sword or whatever. Read the description of Grim Revenge. Do it.
Yeah. Okay, read it out. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Sorry, I just closed it. Let me get it up again.
Oh man,
I got you.
It's one of my favorites.
A dwarf just stabbing an angel.
Yarr! He knows what he did. So this is a 4th level spell. Oh my god, there's ads. Go away, ads. I cannot believe it.
Disgusting.
Sickening.
4th level necromancy.
The hand of the subject tears itself away from one of his arms, leaving a bloody stump. This trauma deals 66 points of damage. Then the hand, animated and floating in the air, begins to attack the subject.
Oh, and it flies.
The hand attacks as if it were a white sea monster manual, and white's like a beefed up zombie.
It's like a low level undead. Yeah. But they do negative energy.
Yeah.
They do energy drain, like on touch.
In terms of its statistics, special attacks, and special qualities, except that it is considered tiny and gains a +4 bonus to AC and a +4 bonus on attack rolls. So that tiny is like really hard to hit. There used to be like every size category you dropped increased your AC by 2 or decreased it depending on how hard the game is.
Yep. So being tiny, small used to be meta.
Yeah. Tiny is hard as fuck to hit, and it has a bonus to AC, so your hand starts fucking you up. That's a 4th level spell.
Your movement also got like
a 4th level spell that
like
also...
A 7th level fighter would have difficulty if that happened to him. That would be very bad.
You just lost a hand.
I was going to say, if the spell...
like, just dealing with that white, it would be a challenge for an equivalent level martial.
Yeah, much less a one-handed one.
It does basically the damage of a fireball.
It does the damage
if it
of a
goes
fireball.
off, like you're just, my arm, and then my arm is attacking me.
Long-term disability for your character, because you need to get... Someone needs to magic that back.
Yeah.
You better hope it's a Zebron. You can get a mechanical hand.
Okay, so imagine it, though. Like, you're a fighter or whatever.
Yeah.
And
your sword hand is attacking you
I'm the dick-ass necromancer who just like, Curse of Ra! And then your hand, Evil Dead, rips itself off. You take basically fireball damage.
When do you get
and then it animates and starts attacking you and doing energy drain.
When do you get 2 4th level spell slots? When does it become an absolute bully build where you can be like, both of your hands, actually?
So, when you get access to X level of spell, it's your twice that spell's level, unless you're a wizard.
7th level, yeah.
Which was how that used to be. I don't know if that's still the case?
It is.
Yeah.
I think they're all like that now.
Wizards would get it 1 level early.
So a level 7 can cast it once.
Yes.
When do you need to be to cast it twice and just completely
disarm
your opponent?
That depends on your intelligence score. Higher int score gives you more spell slots.
I like that.
Oh, and 3
You're smarter. You have more prepared, right?
And you could have so many spells ready to go.
It was that in 3.5, based on how big your casting stat was, you would just get bonus spell slots. So if you're a wizard, and whatever, you have a 18 in it, well, I'm going to get this headband of intellect plus 4, and that's going to put me at 22.
This is a standard magic.
And then I get like an extra 3 spell slots, but it's per spell level.
Yeah.
You get extra slots. So it's not just like, I just get to put these in one. No, it's... For every spell level, I get extra spells because my brain is big.
And the baseline character has more spell slots than like a 5th edition wizard.
Yeah, because you have like 4 9th level spells with a timer level 20. Like you're like,
that's not counting your stat stat bonus.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, the crazy part about that is 4 was the minimum.
Yeah.
Of how many you could have. Like
that's how much getting to 20 gives.
No, but it's like that was what was a air quotes a limiting factor of wizards was that they only got a maximum of 4 in every slot, but they just get it a little early and they have more like spells they can choose from, and then it's like, well, then they're sorcerer and then they get 6 per all of them. So they get at the end they get 6 9th level spells. They just don't get as many spells, but they can do it 6 times. Or like cleric, which is I think was basically the same as wizard.
I think so.
Plus, you can just ask God for more, and He might give it to you.
Or druid, which I think was the same as the fucking sorcerer. Which
druid is another one that's.
I just get 5 or 6 of these. What about it?
I don't know that we've ever had somebody seriously play a druid in a campaign.
I've been poisoned to druid because you think I would be all about the druids because I love nature and I love fluffy things, but. Yeah, because of World of Warcraft, I've been poisoned against druids, so I never had the desire to play one or be one. Or they're not like even in like my own setting, like it's all Archfey warlocks. It's not. It's like druids. Like I don't really have druids fleshed out at all, really.
You know, wizard, cleric, and druid are like the 3 power classes of the original ones, and there's like some other ones that in supplements I never had.
Okay, so it's any class that gets full spell casting, which those 3 are the base ones that do. S tier.
Yeah,
you just automatically you're better.
You don't have to multi-class or anything. There's some 3.5 had prestige classes, which is like that's a lot of the character customization came from that, and so you would go like thaumaturgist, you're like, or some other $5 word like that.
Was it that, or was it a previous edition thing where it's like, oh, if you want to be a blackguard, you need to be a paladin who fell and then take these levels in druid?
Kind of.
Yeah. A lot of them require like esoteric combinations of levels like that.
Yeah. Although, so
Bard was one of the ones that like you need 2 druid, 1 cleric, 3 ranger, stuff like that.
There's like a million billion prestige classes, though.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's Like
what do you want to be?
Supplements would be like 40% new prestige classes by 10.
Literally, okay.
That's not a joke.
Yeah.
Each one of you say a thing that you would like as a character, and I bet I could name a prestige class from 3.5 that fits that mold.
Wizard who can summon swords.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Just immediately you. Okay.
I mean, summoning swords isn't like a huge thing, but like immediately I would. What is it? Arcane Champion or. Yeah, it wasn't that you summon swords, but
I want to launch them like Gilgamesh.
What about Sword Sage?
Sword Singer, or
Blade Singer.
Yeah,
I'm talking about a guy who can launch them like Gilgamesh.
No, I mean, you there's spells for that. Is what
I know. Tony did that with Blade Singer. I want to know if there's a class built around it.
All right, I'm gonna scream about that real quick. Okay, so I was playing
Arcane Archer. Might technically that fits.
What a coincidence! Gilgamesh was Archer when he did that. Go on, Tony.
I was we were playing a one shot with Ewan was our DM, and I made a Bushonen Goblin Blade Singer named Fruli, and I carried. He let us get like X amount of GP worth of equipment.
Yeah.
And I carried 5 silver scimitars and a fan on my back. And they're like, this guy, why does he have 5 scimitars? Like, that doesn't make any sense. He's using his one because I think I was using a rapier in my main hand. And then, because I knew we were going to level up, and I was going to get access to 5th level spells. And the 5th level spell I picked was Animate Objects, where I was able to animate all 5 of these scimitars, so they were floating around me in a fan, and I was able to swing them all at the same time, and it was very sick nasty. Which 5.5 is really cool, but they nerfed Animate Objects. I cannot do that build anymore, and it makes me very sad.
My favorite
was super cool.
Wait, okay, so for either of those, I think Kensei, which is one, probably I think from Oriental Adventures. Problematic title.
Yeah, I was going to say problematic title.
But Kensei or which literally just means sword saint.
Matt's cousins had that book, I think. Oriental Adventures. I think they had that.
I had that book. I had all of them. But Rob, okay, third one, go. Name a thing.
Name a kind of thing.
Huh.
Breakdance fighter.
Yeah, that's just a thing that I know. That's why I didn't say it. I'm trying to come up with. I'm trying specifically to stump Mario.
That's basically a dervish.
Yeah, that's a thing.
All right. Well, while he
dervish / drunken master.
I want to talk about my favorite part of Ewan's little one shot, where we had to go into this back room that was like a
back rooms. Sorry.
Algorithm.
But there was like a giant crab in this room that was like water was being held back magically from filling this room. So it's like a little dry spot underneath the ocean with a giant crab in it. And my character was a warlock, and the way I flavored him was he had the super long range Eldritch Blast build, and his actual like casting focus, I made it like a gun. So his thing was like he was shooting with the Eldritch Blasts. And so I could stand outside of the room and shoot at this crab while everyone else ran inside. And Ewan told us, now, if you miss this crab, you have to roll to see if you hit the wall. Because the wall that is just water can be damaged, and it will allow water.
It was a giant bubble.
Yeah, it'll let water flood in because it's a bubble.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, okay, we'll position ourselves in the battle so that even if we miss, we can't hit the wall. They got around the crab, made sure that their backs were to the bubble wall, and I'm outside like, look at this here trick shot. I'm going to do it from under my leg. And I hit the wall twice.
Drowning us all.
And
damn near.
It became very much a, quick, everyone, get out of the room. I'll keep shooting at it as I keep hitting the wall, increasing the flow of water as they're fleeing.
Damn him!
Damn him! That was a fun game.
It was a good time. We ran out of time. We didn't get to finish the whole dungeon, but no one died, and it was good.
Yeah, no. Despite Ewan giving us some pretty good puzzles and stuff.
There was one. God, I wish I remember what the actual campaign or the little supplement was. But yeah, one of the rooms was like there was a bunch of suspended like discs over like a fucking pit of boiling like oil.
Yeah.
And we had to like do athletic checks to like jump up to like little floating discs. And none of us were trained in athletics at all. I was a Bouchon and I had muscles like fucking like putty. So like there was no way I could do that. So I ended up using fly. And then I think Brody was playing an artificer that had the flying boots.
Yeah.
And everyone else was just kind of like, yep, have fun, assholes. Like, yeah, it was bad.
I asked somebody to carry me over, and then no one else asked for help to be carried over. And then like 3 people fell in the oil.
Yeah, it was bad.
And I'm like, just... They can make more than one trip. They carried me.
Okay, so
everyone else is like, no.
This is triggering another memory. I'm sure we have talked about this in the pod before, but you know, it's been at least at least 50 episodes since we have. One of the most trying encounters Brody has ever thrown at us.
The river
was just crossing a goddamn river.
God, I hated the river so much. I was like, in the end, I voted for us to travel overland and do like random encounters and have to rest, and it take months. Literal, like, I chose to consign us to the next 6 sessions are going to be forest travel versus getting back in the water. I do not want to get back on the river.
What pissed me off the most, I am very engaged in like creative problem solving. It's my favorite part of Dungeons and Dragons. The actual rules letting me do things I find only gets in my way of fun. But that's neither here nor there. Because once we had all almost drowned except for Mario.
I was a hippo man, so I had a swim speed.
He had a swim speed. He just
I was just fishing people out when they started to drown.
Yeah. At this point,
I was the only person at no risk.
The druid was like, I guess I could turn into a fish. And I said, fucking what? He's like, yeah, I'm a druid. Did you not realize that? And I'm like, no, I didn't realize you were a druid. At this point, we had gotten a rope across. And all we really needed was to get it affixed enough, tied to an anchor so that we could actually pull on it. It was like attached to an arrow at the moment. And so the druid was like, I'll turn into a fish, and I'll go across. And he was like, ooh, actually, can't turn into a fish. I don't know why. There was an issue. Fish wasn't an answer. But, thinking quickly, can turn into a monkey, and a monkey can climb across the rope. And I stopped, and I was like, listen to me. People who have high decks have already fallen into the river and been fished out twice. We're well past the point of relying on the dice letting you make it all the way across the rope. The dice won't let it happen. God won't let it happen. We need you to turn into something that cannot fall while crossing this rope. Turn into a snake and coil your body around the rope. You cannot fall. It's like the physics aren't there. Your surface area is entirely on the rope. Just turn into the snake. I don't know, I could just turn into a monkey. A climb speed would be, turn into a snake! Turn into a snake! And go across and tie the rope. I was livid.
Yeah. Because this river almost like
it almost drowned all of us.
No
epic party kill.
Complete humiliation and humbling.
Yeah, no epic battle against a lich, no battling a dragon, no, a fucking river almost TPK'd us.
Following that, we schooled on separate occasions without needing to engage in direct combat an adult red dragon and a beholder before we were level, 6.
Yeah.
You know why? We were confident having defeated the river.
Yeah, the river trying encounter. No EXP for it? Bullshit.
No.
Actual bullshit.
Goddamn. It was just a river. Why would we level up? Goddamn, dude.
You have one?
What a fun game. Did you think of something?
A wizard that primarily buffs his mount, which he also has.
Ooh.
Okay. There's... Okay. Well,
I thought about mount stuff, and I know like 2 mount classes for 3.5.
Neither of them are wizard.
Maybe Dragon Rider.
That
I don't
sounds like something
know.
a Dragon Rider would do.
Marshall also, I think, had mount stuff.
What class was the guy in
Marshall
the SAS
was
handbooks?
Wait, what?
What class was the guy in the SAS handbook? He wrote a Griffin, didn't he? Didn't he buff?
Oh yeah, Griffin Rider, I think, is one.
Wasn't he like a? He was like a non-standard class.
He was like a bullshit
battle mage.
Yeah, like something vague.
He
that.
was like a
He used a bunch
non-standard
of
class.
the. He had a bunch of magic tattoos.
Yeah,
that was like one of his things.
It's good if you have a Dragon Rider class that's a kind of wizard, because if it's a kind of martial, really, they're playing a dragon.
Well, yeah. So okay, so I off the top of my head, I don't know if I can think of a prestige class for that, but there was the fantastic feat, just 1 feat, which is pretty nuts. Improved familiar.
Improved familiar.
Yeah, based on your level, you could get a better familiar.
I'm trading in my trusty crow for this. A young dragon. It's blue and shoots lightning.
Yeah, based on your alignment, you could get like a winter wolf, a warg, a hippogriff, a griffin, like.
God damn.
And that's just your familiar now.
Just hanging out.
I wonder.
It's almost like Animal Companion for Druid at the time.
All right,
Because Animal Companion was. Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
It was.
None of us play Druid.
Yeah, that's what it's like. I don't know how important it is still. But
Yeah.
it used to be a pretty big deal. Like your Animal Companion was like a valuable asset.
A certain amount of your combat value. Yeah.
Like that was part of your action economy. It was your fucking.
Your familiar animal companion mount, what have you, could it be an ape? Like a gorilla?
If you found the right one, probably. Well, because also improved familiar, I think specifically in the text said that's like, this is just a table of possible familiar. Just ask permission.
What I'm trying to
for X monster, and if DM says yes, then yeah, okay.
What I'm trying to get at here is there a gray area where perhaps a wizard's familiar stopped being, or an animal companion stopped being considered an animal companion because, say, the gorilla learned sign language and now it has int 11, or
so the closest you're going to get to that actually is one of my favorites, probably.
Or if you traveled back in time, could you make a Neanderthal your familiar?
Flesh Warper from Lords of Madness, one of my favorite prestige classes. It spec'd entirely into graphs, which was a whole system in 3.5.
The Frankenstein system.
Which and Flesh Warper that's your jam. That's your whole deal. Like, because it normally was a feat, and you pick a type of graft. Like, I can make these now, but that's it. But then Flesh Warper was just like, congratulations, pick 2 more. And then you would level up and just be like, pick another. And then it's just like, usually you couldn't do this unless you were that species, but you're a Flesh Warper. Congratulations. And the whole point of the class was you're turning yourself into a Cthulhu, basically.
Right.
To which...
you welded a tiger arm onto your shoulder, and now you have access to, like, natural weapon slashing.
Which, they used to call them capstone abilities, which was the last ability you get as part of like
the big one.
A class tree. So the capstone ability of the Flesh Warper was, congratulations, your type now changes to aberration. You're a monster.
Man. Oh man.
You've done it.
Yeah. But the reason I bring that up is because one of the most basic things the Flesh Warper gets, because you're expected to be a spellcaster, because you have to be to make these fucking horrible Frankenstein bits. You get to upgrade your familiar. Pick one of these horrible abilities for it to get, which is like, it changes to large now, or it gets weird wings. Do you want it to have some tentacles? Should it have gills?
I'm gonna.
you can just pick all these things.
I'm gonna throw my familiar at you for my evil wizard who is bending the laws of what counts as a familiar. So
one of my.
Go on.
Okay. So where I think you're going with it was one of my strats that I came up. I have a problem where I come up with like hypothetical builds for stuff, and then that never get to see the light of day, but I know.
It's called
being creative. So one of them was, hey, remember I said you could take improved familiar?
Yes.
No reason you couldn't take that before you become a flesh warper.
Of course.
Then you just make it even more improved.
This is where you're right. This is where I was going.
So you could get what is a medium or maybe even large creature. Then part of Flesh Warper is like, oh, pick an advancement for your familiar. Well, I want it to go up a size. So now it's a huge creature, potentially. I want it to have wings, too. Oh, it can fly now. What is it? Is like amorphous anatomy or some shit. It's just like, oh, it has like a...
Now it can transform like an Autobot.
Oh, no, now it's immune to critical hits.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
that was like...
That's not as fun.
And it was just so many little things you could do, but like... Even that, it's just like, it's not just the prestige class. Like I was just saying, hypothetically, just that one feat combined with that prestige class, you can do some fuckery.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite part of 3.5, like as a whole, is especially the prestige classes, because goddamn, they're burned in my brain. Okay,
the level of customization, and the 5th edition has come a long way. It's been out for a million years, but like the level of customization you could achieve in 3.5 is absolutely bonkers.
It was ridiculous. Like okay, off the top of my head, right? Some of my favorites because of just how insane they are. Right? Scion Incarnate. What do you think that does?
Scion as in with a P?
Yeah.
It sounds like they do a lot of psychic shit.
Mm-hmm. What else? Incarnate. What is that? What's that?
They can summon ghosts.
No, their whole thing... Well, okay, no, they're trying to become a ghost.
That's what everyone's
So that's their whole thing is...
That's what we're all trying to do, man!
So
dumb.
Their whole thing is... they steadily get the ability to turn incorporeal, and then their capstone ability is, congratulations, you're incorporeal forever.
You're a ghost now. You've Caspered it.
Congrats, you've done it.
Also,
right. So I'm a ghost, and I'm always carried around by my mount, which is a gorilla torso on the body of a giraffe to make a centaur, and he's got parrot heads all over his body, so that I can make him speak English, but only certain phrases. Parrots can't hold a lot of words, so he's got
like 4 phrases per head.
Yeah, 4 phrases per head, and then presumably some kind of dinosaur wings on the back, something.
Totally an option.
Yeah. And you play the different parrots with like a Dr. Seuss apparatus of horns and buttons.
See, this guy gets it. And
lions.
And I'm a ghost, so I can get to him real easy. I fly around behind him.
And then another... Oh, man. Okay, so like another one that... God, I fucking love the idea of it, but it's like kind of dumb because it defeats the purpose of what you should be going for. And that's a Pale Master, which is... You're a necromancer.
That's an insult for people who play Dungeons and Dragons, actually.
So, Pale Master.
So you're a necromancer, but their whole...
Anthony Kitchen is a Pale Master.
Yeah.
Their whole shtick is very early on, you just get the ability as like and per day you just get to do this for free, Animate Dead. Which is actually... pretty fucking busted because Animate Dead used to cost Onyx gems per HD of the creature you're trying to animate.
And now you can do it for free.
So that you can do that free X per man, a day, pretty big if you're a necromancer.
And Animate Dead in current D&D, I think, just makes skeletons.
It's bad.
Animate Dead in the old D&D animated the dead thing you killed. So you hunt down like a storm giant and you animate all 5,000 hit dice of it, and it doesn't cost you a Santa Claus coal sack of gems.
No, okay. So, okay.
That got me. I'm sorry.
If you're
like in a big bag, but
if you're a Pale Master,
Santa Claus.
If you're a Pale Master, you can just Cloud Giant skeleton. Which so Animate Dead. Okay, sorry. This is my tism.
This one is.
Animate dead.
What was the rest of this?
No. It all is. But I'm just like I have to go into very specific things.
You harped on us for like the story before. You know how many times I've heard Mario talk about the wizard that grafts people? You know how many times I've heard Mario talk about Animate Dead and how it works and how the difference is?
Yeah. Well, okay. You triggered it because
this is why there's a podcast. We had like 300 or 400 of those. Like you say this every time built up. We just had to get them out there. I had to say it to other people too.
Okay, so why I have to stop and rant about it is because Animate Dead back in 3.5, you can only animate up to for a single creature 20 HD worth of hit dice. Cloud Giant 20 HD.
What a coincidence!
So it's actually the perfect skeleton because
it's also a big, strong bastard.
They're huge. And Cloud Giants, I don't know if they still do. They had the ability oversized weapon, so they used. I think it was.
They were
gargantuan mauls.
They were huge
instead of huge.
Mauls, yeah. And how weapon size scaling used to be like. A normal sword is 1d6. A large sword is 2d6. A huge sword is 3d6, and so.
Oh,
yeah.
So very early on in my TISM career, I was like, Cloud Giants, perfect skeletons. I will collect enough, enough that you can have, because you can have 4 times your
as many as you can have.
Your
Cloud Giants,
your level of
HP. You're able to have more.
Yeah, or I'm a true necromancer and I get a rod of undead mastery and then I can have like 10 of them.
Yeah,
and it's whatever. But
those are the guys.
You never get to that point because they don't just line up 10 Cloud Giants for you to kill and then make away with their skeleton.
You have to rob a Cloud Giant graveyard.
Yeah, pretty much.
I imagine it just looks like heaven where you're breaking through pearly gates. That's a fun idea for a
campaign.
You brought up Cloud. Oh, Pale Master. Okay, no. So okay, so the Pale Master, right?
I forgot we were gone there.
So yeah. Well, he brought up the fucking Cloud Giant. Yeah. I was like, no, that's actually the perfect skeleton in 3.5. But anyway, Pale Master, their thing, which is why I said they're kind of dumb, because they get to do like animate and create undead for free like no components or whatever. And then their other thing is they get an undead graft. Mm-hmm. So they cut off their arm, and you just get a free.
Like a demon tentacle.
You get a free bone arm, and you can do the touch attacks with that. They're not that great, but it's fun.
Looks cool.
Beats your meat arm.
And then their capstone ability is
Well, that's the other arm.
Boo.
Moment of silence for. High five.
God damn it. Their capstone ability is you partially mummified yourself.
Of course.
Congratulations, you gain the attributes of an undead, but you're still alive.
In the Underworld movies, that gives you super speed.
But it's like, congratulations, you're undead, but you're not undead.
Yeah. You get the bonuses of being undead without the problems of being a dead guy.
So it's just like, well, what?
Like having to wear shoes in the church like Dogma.
Yeah, why wouldn't I just turn myself into a fucking lich? Like,
I mean... What if you really didn't want to become a lich? That's the only time that it's really useful.
You just partially mummified yourself. You're really opposed to becoming a lich. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No good self-respecting wizard allows himself to die.
Yeah. Imagine you're in a rivalry with another wizard. That wizard does pursue lichdom and says, if you turn into a lich also, you're copying, actually.
Have you seen
you just become a mumra?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Reddit story where the guy is posting about how he's angry his nemesis died?
What?
It's like a lawyer talk, or it's like some casual lawyer subreddit where a guy posts like, my lawyer nemesis died, and I'm like despondent. Like I'm lost without my enemy.
Okay.
Like Lex Luthor.
I haven't seen that, but I did see a video of a guy, and he was talking about his gym rival like that.
That's like Jack Vance.
Yeah.
Like, that's a Jack Vance wizard. I'm lost without my enemy.
Yes, without my animus.
So it was like a black dude with like dreads, and he's talking. He's just like, "Damn, y'all, like I don't know how to feel right now." And he's just like, "My gym nemesis, he's he's moving away.
Not going to be able to.
Yeah, he was like,
it's just the scene from
Drive. So he's like this white dude, and I don't know what it is. Like we just both we made eye contact, and I was like, I hate you, and I was like, I hate you. But that's what motivated us to get gains. And then he was like, I was just at the, I just finished a set, and I was at the water fountain. Then he came up to me, and he was like, hey man, and it was like, hey man, it was like, I'm moving away. Like, he's like, what?
But
I hate you. And he's just like, I know, I hate you
too. It sucks.
And he was just like, damn, dude.
It's for work, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to miss you.
He's just living the speech that Vegeta gives in Dragon Ball Z after Goku died, and his ghost comes back and he's like, you don't understand, Kakarot. I didn't have anyone to compete against.
It's like the monster coming out after the Scooby-Doo episode. Like, I'm sorry, kids. I can't do this anymore. I gotta go. My kid is sick. Like, I wanted to keep real estate values down. The glasses one, you already figured it out. I know you did.
But what about the trap we set? It looks like it was really well done. You kids clearly...
Yeah, I really liked you, and I would have just left, but we were having such a good time.
Yeah. I did it with this projector. You saw the projector. You spotted that. That was how I did the pirate ship. Yeah. No.
Dry ice. It's always dry ice.
Yeah,
I guess we'll head home then. Scrappy Doo fucks it all up, blows up that guy's car or something.
Yeah.
So that was a tangent. I don't remember how we got on, but
Pale Masters.
My other favorite kind of prestige classes.
Yeah.
Did you know there was dual progression?
Dual progression, as in when you progress one level, it gives you things in both.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that in the Baldur's Gate episode a little bit.
We're talking about dual class and multi-class,
which is
different. Okay.
Second edition nonsense.
Fucking broken.
Second edition nonsense.
But the closest you get in 3.5 is there was it was usually spellcasting. Where you could get, I'm gonna go into this thing, and then I get to +1 in my cleric and my arcane spellcasting, and you progress at a slightly slower rate than
in exchange.
You would get spell cast levels as both. Yeah,
you're
I know about that.
Supposed to anyway. And there was quite a few of those. The big one, Rob I think he always misremembers it. He always calls it Thaumaturge, Mystic Thurge.
There you go.
Which
Mystic
is
Theurge.
That's the basic. It's the most bare bones. You just get advance in arcane and divine spellcasting. There you go. You're a wizard, cleric, man. There you go. And my favorite though is probably the.
I have the
fuck. What is it called? Shit. It's wizard sorcerer. Damn it.
A Worcestershire. Worcestershire sauce.
Rob, you know this one. Come on.
Wizard sorcerer.
Arcane Scion? Or no, that's not it.
No.
Fuck. Okay. Anyway,
Arcane Scion sounds right to me.
You had to be a wizard. I'm blanking so hard, but
calls himself an expert.
It bothers me just because this is the shit I.
Yeah, no.
This is what I did instead of homework.
Learning math, yeah. Incantrix?
No, that one's really good though. That's a metamagic thing.
It's the female of the Incantor.
Anyway, but this one was
a great joke.
It was designed to be
Geometer? I remember that one.
No, you're supposed to be a wizard.
This is what he learned instead of geometry.
Sevenfold Veil.
No,
I was sure it was that one. I remember
There's
that one
so many.
Yeah, look at this.
And
goodness, that's small text too.
Which page is it?
It's you want to be a wizard or do you want to be a sorcerer? It's well, what if I just did both?
Right.
And that's what this class was. Which, okay, so the thing is, right? It's you advance this much in your wizardness, you advance this much in your sorcererness, and at some levels you get both.
Mm-hmm.
But
because
of the requirements, because prestige classes used to have, you need to have these prerequisites.
Yeah, two levels
if
of
you're going to get into this.
Yeah,
you have to have this much in this skill. You have to have this feat. Blah blah blah. But the way it was written, it was just you're supposed to be a higher level wizard than you are sorcerer when you do it. And then that way you advance basically at an even level. But it's very poorly worded at some parts, where one of the advancement stages is advance in the class where you have the lower caster level. Which caster level is usually just equal to your level. But
unless you're doing bullshit.
But there's feats you can take to bump that up. So you can
juice one level. So
that's like an important thing. Like a lot of things key off, and a lot of spells reference or like abilities reference your caster level rather than your level.
So you can. You're supposed to want to invest more in your sorcerer side, but say like, well, I'm going to be wizard, and then the minimum amount sorcerer to get this. Then I'm going to take practice spellcaster, which boosts my spellcaster level by 4 for the class I picked it for, which is sorcerer.
Which brings it ahead of wizard.
So technically, I'm now ahead of my wizard casting level.
So now when you
I get to advance as a wizard.
That advances the lower. I see what it does.
And then you can end up with basically full wizard casting, and then have like 12th to like 10th level like sorcerer casting. It's stupid.
By controlling your advancement.
Ultimate Magus, that's what it is.
Okay, I remember that.
There we go.
Last time I told about this.
Yeah.
I have one last question for you, because this was brought up earlier in the day. So, Vin Diesel,
fake nerd.
Supposedly,
he's not real. Nope.
He played D&D.
Nope. He's fucking poser.
And that is what the character Riddick, whose full name, by the way, his name is Richard, by the way, Richard B. Riddick. That's the character's name.
Know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, really.
I had no idea.
His name is Dick B. Riddick.
I had no idea.
His name has Dick in it almost 3 times.
Okay.
Anyway, supposedly that was based off of his drow assassin character.
Drow character.
Right. And
who has a tattoo of what across his chest?
A spider.
Spiders is what?
Nope, says Melkor.
Melkor.
Who's Melkor?
Who is Melkor?
Melkor is
From Lord of the
Sauron's
Rings.
boss.
Yes.
So
that's edgy.
That is the the name that the entity known as Morgoth had before he was then named Morgoth by Eru Iluvatar, who is God, and Morgoth is Satan.
Well, I was going to ask how you would make a character like Riddick. Because we all know, I mean, everyone in this room at least knows, Vin Diesel is lying about that being how his character existed. Regardless of what his character was, I'm sure it was wonderful, Vin, or whatever your real name is.
So, okay. On that, which... Fuck Vin Diesel. Sorry, I don't like you, Vin Diesel. You had your moment in, like, 2001 or whatever the fuck, when the first 3 Fast and Furious movies, and they were fine.
He was in the third movie. Was he in the second movie?
He wasn't in the second one.
He makes a cameo in Tokyo Drift at the very end.
I guess he's in the third. I guess he is. I was wrong.
I'm here to talk to you about the Fast and Furious universe.
So,
you know what? That's more interesting. How would you make a D&D version of his character from Fast and the Furious, as he is at the end of the series, where now he is powerful enough to shatter roads with his foot and drive cars that he can fly?
Yeah, they go to
with
space,
rocket
usually.
engines. They go to space. I challenge you to build that character.
It could be done in 3.5, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say, well, I don't know how to do it off the top of my head, but give me a night and I'll figure it out.
The automobilist or some other class that exists already.
Artificer probably does that baseline, dude.
I can remember being...
Artificer is sickening in 3.5.
I think a teenager and like watching stuff of him. It's just like, oh, I play D&D, I play WoW, I'm a nerd, man. I play D&D. And yeah. And then that whole thing, why I know that about his character
having a chest tattoo that's hilarious.
Whose name is Azarim, I think.
His name is Richard B. Riddick, Vin Diesel.
But he describes that where he's just like, he's a half drow, he's got Melkor, which I think is a Tolkien. He didn't even remember. He's like, I think that's a Tolkien thing, and he's like, And the part where I was just like, well, you don't know what you're talking about, Vin Diesel, was, just not the kind of guy you'd want to walk into a tavern. And it was just,
so
I'll kill you.
One of the little fun facts...
We don't say these things.
One of the little fun facts I know is that, like, I think it's Dame Judi Dench is in the actual Chronicles of Riddick movie as, like, an air elemental woman.
Yeah.
And
she very randomly, yes.
According to interviews, like, on set, like, she learned to play D&D with Vin Diesel. And, like, she now plays with, like, her grandkids or something. I imagine that's, like, long past. I have no idea how old she is now. But how fucked up do you think her play style is, having learned from, I guess, accused liar Vin Diesel?
Accused by me.
I think I know.
I'm staking my name and reputation on it just as much as I am about Baldur's Gate getting complete remakes.
I think I know for sure he's a liar because I've also watched him on Critical Role.
He was on Critical Role?
Yeah, they did one shot with him.
How'd it go?
He seemed as if he was unfamiliar with the game.
What are these things you're rolling on the table?
So, I think it was right before
Dice, Vin.
The Last Witch Hunter? Because he was playing a witch hunter.
Yeah, Last Witch Hunter is another one that he's like, this was the character that I played in Dungeons & Dragons.
And you can tell, like, or at least my take on it when I watched it was that they were just humoring him.
Right.
Because they're all just like, we're famous, sorta. And, like, and you're used to be really famous. Like, so they...
I bet it's mad uncomfortable to have...
I got the feeling they didn't really, like, know how to act with him.
No.
But then
he doesn't seem like he's a chill hang.
But then, like, the decisions and stuff they ask him to do is just like, have you played D&D before, guy? Like,
I make a saving throw.
Like at one point they got he has to get a lady come out of the house or something, and he does the most, like, generic, like, this is what D&D people say, right? And just like,
hard,
come out or be slain, or whatever. And he rolled like 2 criticals or something, and was like, after he rolled like the second one, he was just like, oh, another critical guy. And it's just, it was painful.
I'm gonna throw a hypothetical at you.
Maybe it was just me, but
I'm gonna throw a hypothetical at you. Vin Diesel is so used to playing his specific table that when he described actually playing a character who would go on to be a space criminal put to death on a planet that's always half on fire or half frozen, because that character is just he's the worst guy. He's like, anytime there's a prisoner, he's like, sexual assault is happening.
I was gonna say,
anytime that they need information, I'm torturing them to death.
You and I had the same idea at the same time. Maybe his usual table talk is just so wildly offensive, he was like, oh, I gotta clean it up. His usual game, like, his usual table usually ends up with their dicks out and they're all jacking off.
Yeah.
Like that, maybe, you don't know.
And like the media training people that run Critical Role behind the scenes to make sure that nobody makes an off-color joke at the wrong time just sat him down, or like, this is the stuff that you can't do it, Vin, but this is what my character would do. You're certainly not going to say that.
But okay, when do we whip it out? As an aside, I like that the voice for doing Revenge for...
It's so mean.
It's like Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Like, we're not even doing his voice.
No, because he does have like a super deep voice, but it's also like the Vin Diesel voice.
He's doing that.
He that's like an active choice.
Like, our impression is Rocky. Like, it's not even Vin Diesel.
No, but like,
it's not even Stallone. Stallone talks like a normal human.
Well, yeah.
You talk.
But his casual Vin Diesel voice just sounds like us making fun of his Vin Diesel voice, like,
if you were to wake him up out of like a dead sleep, there's no way he would be like, what's going on? He would be like, what's happening? Like he would need
British.
He would need to start
in real life. He's British. Oh,
I say.
No.
That's right, Vin. We're coming for you. We know that you're actually Vin Petrol.
It's when all the black celebrities move to South Park. And just, oh, hey there, William.
Yeah. Thanks, Snoo.
And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoy the nature of this content, go and give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. You can go and give me a follow on Blue Sky and support us on our Patreon. I'd like to give a special shout out to our Patreon subscribers, our aspiring Maggots Champion 1209, and our fellow Scryers Maticate, GaryGoblino, MidniteGrimoire, The Greater Good Boy, Kinomajaro, Wanrical, Barcis, Janklord, Emperor, Grimothy, Bread the Gnarbarian, and of course, my mom.
Everybody new, thank you so much. Love you guys.
Thank you.
It's fucking hot in here.